The Packers are making a move on draft night.
Oh,
Allegedly.
That's allegedly what's going down. Mark Murphy even said, like, it could get exciting or something on draft night. Mark Murphy, remember, the guy who sits in the one per club meeting for the Packers, the closest thing to an owner of the Packers. He is the president of the Packers. I would just say the draft is going to be very interesting. Well, is he just saying that because it's a draft and the draft is always interesting? Or is he saying that because we got some things cooking for draft night? Now, obviously, Peter Bukowski reported that the Packers are up to something, and both Matt LaFleur and Murphy have hinted at how unexpected things can happen. And then investigated eyeglass, like the
monocle?
The monocle.
Oh, yeah.
What's going on here? So everybody's assuming that they're going to make a big-time trade for a wide receiver because they need another weapon because Devontae Adams is now a member of the Las Vegas Raiders. Congrats to Devontae, by the way, getting broken off.
Devontae.
We still don't know how Aaron Rodgers feels about the entire thing because I don't believe he has spoken about it. We would assume that he's not exactly thrilled that the number one wide receiver in the NFL, in his eyes, is no longer on his team. But there has to be some sort of communication taking place about who is the next weapon that we will bring in to take this team to the next step. Our guy Schrags this morning on Good Morning Football on the NFL Network said, look for Keenan Allen maybe to be on the move because of how much money they're paying Michael Williams.
Yes.
Yeah. Michael
They signed
Williams,
this
they just signed him to a bunch of money. Keenan Allen's owed like $20 million as well. If you just strictly look at salary cap and what normally happens with cap hits, maybe Keenan Allen could become a player that teams are starting to snoop around for and make an offer that the Chargers can't refuse. Now, Tom Telesco probably loves Keenan Allen. I would assume he's very appreciative of Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen was a Charger all the way through. He's an inside-grown guy. So would they just trade him away to a place without him saying, yes, I would like to go there? We don't know, but what about the Packers saying we're going to make things interesting? At Ty Schmidt, you're an owner of the Green Bay Packers. If Keenan Allen is on the move to the Packers, I assume you're pumped up about that. And also, it has to be pretty cool to hear that the Packers are maybe thinking about making a goddamn move and making things interesting. That is not the Packers at all, ever.
No, definitely not. And I still don't really trust that. I feel like this kind of stuff happens every year, and this year especially because they have 2 first-round picks. It's a little bit different. But I'd be shocked if they did anything crazy. When I saw that, I assumed it's like, oh, they might be moving up to try, because now these receivers, based on whatever mock drafts you see, are starting to go a little bit earlier, and they don't want to kind of be the odd man out. But I'd love Keenan Allen. I just don't know if it really makes sense because you see like Terry McLaurin and some of these younger guys are out there. Like, I would think that if the Packers offered, 2 firsts, I don't think they'd do that, but if they offer a first and, some other draft capital for Terry McLaurin and then give him a contract, I think that makes a little bit more sense than getting Keenan Allen. But at this point, you don't really have any, and he's obviously a veteran and a dog and good. Like, he'd be great, but I just can't see them trading a first-round pick for him at this point. I don't know if that makes sense.
So allegedly, DK Metcalf is not on the trading block.
Right. Yep.
Keenan Allen's the first person. This is the first time we've heard he's potentially on the trading block. That was by Schrags. I don't know if Schrags knows anybody in there or if he's just looking at pay. This is normally what would happen in this particular case. Either or. Terry McLaurin is a guy that I think as soon as his name popped up on a meme on the Instagram that he was potentially going to be on the move, everybody's like, Scary Terry's on the move?
Whoa, take that guy.
Why are they thinking about doing that? It's a wild time to be a wide receiver in the NFL.